dogs, right? Hold her away from the other dogs until I start to work.
The training today was absolutely amazing. Have seen many of the Dog Daddy's videos, but to see it actually in person was incredible, and to see the before and what brought us to the after, the transformation was absolutely incredible. And not just to see what Dog Daddy did, but to be able to get the training tips and what I would have to do to carry on to be able to continue working with Remy is really what was so helpful as well. So seeing his potential and what I need to do to help him to continue to that, to find his forever home, has just been so incredibly helpful, and I'm so thankful for it.
The extreme value of the prong collar immediately working for him and behavior correcting.
I feel really good about the training. We actually came here from Las Vegas this morning, so I think I learned a lot. I definitely learned how to control her, especially since we just got that slip lead and now the prong collar, which prior to coming here I was really afraid of using it because I didn't know how to use it.
I think a really big thing that we learned too is to focus on the basics and the fundamentals rather than trying to get her to do the behaviors that we want her or don't want her to do. So I think now that we have something clear to focus on, it's going to help us a lot. That's really going to be helpful.
I learned a lot of good techniques on how to control him, how to communicate with him, understand his body language, understand just the signals that he throws off before he goes into a rage. I really firmly believe I can. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so I've never actually used a prong collar, but I've wanted to get the instruction, and today was really helpful in learning how to use it and seeing how effective it is. I thought I had a pretty good leash and it works pretty good, but the prong is a game changer. So I appreciate the guidance with learning how to use that, and then just being able to leave, having him walk around other dogs and sit and be calm around other dogs is huge, because when we first came, he was being reactive towards every dog that walked inside.
Watching you train the dogs, it kind of gave me some insight, and it kind of inspired me to be more, I guess, self-aware and grounding myself. So I feel like I need to do some self-care so that I know my own energy that I bring to the table. I didn't realize I wasn't being as aware of their body language and my own, like watching you. And it's not like, like when you take a dog, sometimes like you just see an aggressive dog to start with, and then most people, they'll just like work the aggressive dog and give the dog attention the entire time. And so now I know to see every like microsecond of it and see, oh, there are changes, and then you have to relax at certain times, which is before I was, I think, more tense throughout. So now I'm like, okay, let me look for the sign where I need to relax. I was able to see the dogs that came through, a lot of them rescue, and I know for some, it was probably the first time they ever felt stability and trust from somebody. So although it's like a very short time, you allow and give the people, or their humans, a little glimpse of what could be, enough to like motivate them to keep working on it. So you hope that they have the commitment to the training to keep it going forward, but that's like the little gift that you give. So I hope to continue doing the same, and I realize I have a lot more to learn.
So I came into this not knowing what to expect and not having prior training experience. So I didn't really have any expectations. And I think I learned so much, and I was able to absorb a lot of useful information just to help me go further with just my dogs and explore more dog behavior. But what I was really impressed with was how you approach the owners and provide the information. It's not necessarily the dog. It's that the dog could be confused, and you show us how to use the tools correctly to provide clear and effective communication. And suddenly the dog's understanding now what it is that we were asking and yelling at him for and pulling him back the whole time.
Okay, I'm Dan from Belgium. I'm coming to increase my knowledge about dogs, and the seminar answered to a lot of my questions. What can I say? Coming to try, because you will learn a lot of things, a lot of tips, a lot of special idea. Yes, prong collar has in Europe a wrong reputation, but your approach, I need to be honest, change a little bit my opinion, because you don't use the prong collar as the most part of people. So it's really, really, really interesting, and yes, thank you for those part of your course, because it was really surprising, and you changed my opinion about the use of the prong collar. Yes, and your way is really different. It's to have a contact, to have a communication with the dogs, and it's different, and it's very, very interesting. Very.
I feel like I want more of it. Yeah, it's exactly what I want. I realized it's what I want to do when I started. I wasn't sure what my goals were, but after seeing you work with the dogs, it gave me more confidence to just believe that it is something that I can do. So I'm looking forward to just implementing what I've learned when I return home. I didn't know before that growls had a different meaning, and just what to look for, what along with the body language is their eye contact. I had no idea how to read that prior to the training.